Riffin with Rizzuo all day long. Pulling up the news, and I sing a song, 'cause I got it bad. And it's so sad, but I'm here. I'm gonna try to make you glad. And welcome to Riffin with Rizzuo, huh? This is your host, Paul Rizzuo here. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's episode of Riffin with Rizzuo News. I am your host, Paul Rizzuo here. People think I'm 75. Well, I appear to be, but I'm really only 35. Or am I? Leave it up to you kids to explore. Put your foot through the door. Yeah, kick the door open and see what kind of man I really am. I'm not old yet, but I feel old as hell. I don't know. The fucking world's mutating my insides faster than I can even fucking keep down a glass of water. How the hell are you kids doing today? It's faschnauts day. That means all the donuts. It's gonna rain donuts, and all the heavy fat people are gonna be happy. And I'll bring a tear to their eye, and hopefully that'll be the new topping on the donut. Usually it's cinnamon and sugar, or fucking powdered sugar, or just plain, which is what I like. I don't need that extra sugar and soot all over the goddamn faschnauts. Oh boy, that's too much sugar. Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of the, porky pig women and men and invalids or aliens or whatever the fuck is on the planet, big as a goddamn blimp, they love the faschnauts and the powdered sugar. They wish it would rain and snow powdered sugar all fucking day long. That way they didn't have to go to work. They could call their boss and say, hey, turns out I'm a fat piece of shit. My tires blew the fuck out on the road, and then they slid into a pole because of all the powdered sugar on faschnauts day. Yeah. And your boss says, you know what, lard ass, you're fucking fired anyway because you can't even walk, put one thunder thigh in front of the other and pick up a fucking 2x4. So you're out. You get the fuck out. I don't care about your faschnauts day excuse. It's just another excuse. So put your donut down and be around. Yeah. Be around me for a little while. Oh boy. So I can give you the stinky donut faschnaut shits. And that's the PU to the fucking goodbye to the boss. But turns out I actually did get a flat tire today on my way to work on the bike. The fucking back tire, like always. I don't know why the front tire doesn't always get dung the fuck up. But back tire had like a 19-inch thick fucking rubber bullet on the back. I don't know how the hell a nail got through there. I spun the tire. Couldn't even find out where the fuck the hole was. Filled it up with one of them goddamn compression tanks. I thought I could ride the bike home, but then I gave it 10 minutes. And then it was flat as hell. It was flatter than an HS broad. I gotta go get it fixed. Good thing I have a $50 gift card. Yeah, so let's roll. Let's roll the bike up the fucking hill and down the lane over to the bike shop and blow another $80 on a fucking tube. Jesus Christ, can't wait to get to Bonneville back. I'll ramp it off a fucking cliff just to get more thrill than I am on the goddamn bike. Alright, well, let's take a look at some news. I want to just kick it right into gear. There's a ton of episodes. Well, there is a lot of episodes, but there's a ton of articles. And, there's one that popped up this morning when I was taking a fucking 2-hour shit. So I'm going to have to, let's take a look. Let's see what we have tonight on the Riffin with Rizzuo news. Woman pushed her 2 grandchildren into frigid New York River, said the police. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why? So she was a grandmother. It should just say grandmother pushed her 2 grandchildren into the frigid New York River. That is a good way to show them what frostbite is all about, and to murder them. It's a good way to show them how to do that. Fulton, New York. A Fulton woman was arrested Monday after police say she pushed 2 of her grandchildren into the frigid water of Oswego River. Is that how you say that? I gotta look it up, see what it is. Oswego, yeah. The woman told police that she pushed in the children. Why? Why the hell would you push your grandkids into a frozen lake? Maybe so you could watch them slide around like penguins, yeah. But what are you trying to do to the kids? What'd you do, watch March of the Penguins and you gotta fucking show them what it's like to slide around on a frozen lake? They'll be extinct soon enough, before you know it, when your kids are grown to be about 36, if they even live that long, which seems like they're not, because you threw them into a fucking creek. The woman told police that she pushed in the children, 5 and 3, so they could go swimming. Ah, boy. Yeah, what a horrible excuse, so they could go swimming. Why don't you take them to a fucking swimming class? I bet they could learn better there, yeah. And it's a lot safer. Oh boy. There's not a good chance that they will drown. Yeah, not in a swimming class. You have safety guards, lifeguards all over there, making sure they don't drown, as opposed to your crazy psychopathic ass grandmother chucking them into the fucking frozen river bed over in Oswego. I guess Sergeant Lucas Hollenbeck, an investigator for Fulton Police Department. Neither of the children knew how to swim, he added. Oh, good. I'm sure the grandmother knew that. That's also a key element of why she threw them into the fucking frozen lake. Because, they don't swim. There's no life. Or did they have life vests on? If they didn't have life vests on, you knew she was trying to drown them. 30 feet beneath the ice surface. The water temperature was around 38 degrees. That is cold. I'm sure their hoo-ha's or hair probably looks like a fucking chandelier of ice. The children were submerged before their grandmother pulled them out. As she pulled them out, I'm just trying to teach you what it's like to be, what it's like to drown or almost get murdered. Yeah. If your family's not going to do it, if I'm not going to go through this, then, some lunatic on the fucking street, eventually when if you're not getting chucked in there by some burglar, you're going to have your own family chuck you in there, so the kids pretty much rotting in a cage of hell. Doesn't matter who the hell they're with. But the police said they were not in there for very long. Well, they weren't. Heather M. Smith, 46, was charged with 2 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. They weren't in the water for very long. Well, what's the point of even chucking them in there? Hey, look over there. That's it. In a big fucking lake. I'm sure they crashed through the ice. I don't know how the hell they're still alive. Jesus Christ. How the hell is Heather M. Smith going to save her from this one? On Monday, police were called to a home in Fulton for a report of child abuse. Police say when they arrived, a woman told police Her children were pushed into the Oswego River by their maternal grandmother. Oh, Jesus Christ. The children had told their mother what happened. Could you imagine? Attention children, this is the Oswego Police Department. If you're still alive, why don't you swim to the nearest riverbank and try to climb out with your fucking teeth if they're not busted out from landing on the ice. It's gonna be okay, children. You're just gonna have to get through this. We'll maul your fucking grandmother into the goddamn ground, and we'll end up throwing her in the river if we can get your kids out and you can watch her drown into the Oswego River. That'll be all. Copy. These kids aren't going to be alive after that. They're 3 and 5. 3 and 5. My fucking granddaughter's 3. She can barely walk around, let alone swim. Of course they can't swim. Jesus Christ. After she picked up the kids and warmed them up, she called 911. Police said the kids were evaluated by EMS at their home. Hollenbeck said that they did not show any signs of injury, he said. Could you imagine what the kids had to deal with the fucking EMS team at their home? Hey kids, this is Leonard. I'm part of the ES team, and I'm gonna put your bone back into your arm, and you're just gonna have to try not to scream. If you want to bite this dog bone, you can bite that, and your teeth will probably break out, but it'll, reward you from feeling the pain. So you just do that, and I'm gonna put about 9 shots in your fucking arm. And if you don't pass out, I know you're only 5 and 3, but if you don't pass out, I'll wheel you into the fucking luxury room where you can watch Looney Tunes for about 5 hours while you nod off to some fucking apple juice. That's not bad. The EMS team gotta show him what's best. Throw him into a luxury room and put on the Looney Tunes with a baby cup of apple juice. Yeah, maybe they'll nod off and forget that their grandmother threw them off a bridge into a frozen creek. Yeah, or a frozen lake. What's the difference? Or a frozen river. Yeah, the river is deeper and longer, so that's... I wonder if she were to chuck them into a lake or a creek, if it would be less of a consequence. Probably not, but river does look pretty bad. Looks like she wants the kids to disappear real quick. But it didn't work out. Not even good at murdering your own grandkids. You realize that they didn't die on impact, so you tried to rescue them out, which is so see-through in my opinion. I don't know if the police don't pick that up. They're dumb as fuck. They need to get out of the donut shop. And it's false, so they can't blame them for not wanting to go rescue a couple children in a fucking river. But she said she didn't intend to harm them. Oh, yeah. Is that when you grab their arm? Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. Crying at the fucking bottom of their fucking wheel with her knees to the goddamn dirt. Crying tears into the river, making it one big goddamn cry fest for everyone. Oh. The police found Smith. She told him that she did not push the children into the river. She threw them. Nah, I'm kidding. Seriously, though, she did throw them. She said that she did not intend to harm them once again. Smith was arrested and released after her arraignment. The children are in the care of their mother, yet never put her with their fucking grandmother. They'll end up in a psych ward or a riverbed to hell, or down a frozen river. Red River to hell. I guess Child Protective Services has been contacted and are assisting with the investigation. And it's not really too much to tell. The grandmother's out of her fucking mind throwing her old folks home and watch her deteriorate while she eats nothing but pound cake and finger foods for about 5 years. And to turn it into dust and then probably get vacuumed up by one of the nurses. And hopefully that's one less clown off the fucking planet. One less crazy grandmother trying to throw her fucking grandkids into a goddamn frozen lake in Oswego. Police have better things to do. They got faschnauts to eat at a fucking donut shop. All right. Next. Georgia man charged with biting off part of his girlfriend's ear. Police say, oh boy. I bet she didn't hear him. Yeah, I'm sure before and now after. Yo, bitch, did you hear what the fuck I just said? She says, no, I didn't know if you wanted burgers or lasagna for dinner. And he fucking hits her over the head with a pipe, stomps on her fucking head to the floor, smashes the TV over her head, and bites her fucking ear off. So, says, bitch, you don't want to fucking listen to me again? I'll bite your other ear off so you definitely won't be able to hear it. This guy looks fucked too. He's got, let me zoom into the picture, oh boy. He's got gold fronts and dreads. Actually, yeah, he's got no teeth in the front. Looks like someone smacked him with a brick and put gold fronts in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 teeth on the bottom. Looks like about 9 on the top. Jesus Christ, looks like a fucking rapper from hell. Is it raining gold for you? A Savannah, Georgia man has been arrested after biting off his girlfriend's ear, according to the police department. Yeah. According to the police report, also, Jerome Milton and his girlfriend began arguing outside of the Avenue Bar and Grill in Savannah, Georgia. Who the hell's going to the Avenue Bar? I'm not going to a fucking bar named after an avenue. That's trouble. You cross corners with the wrong gang. And then you will go bang, bang, bang. She should be happy that he didn't blow a hole through her ear with one of his fucking Magnum PIs or shotguns in his trunk. Yeah, she's actually lucky that he went a little sexual on her. Like a tiger, you let out of the cage, when you poke it with a stick, it comes out and rips your fucking ear off. That's pretty much what he did to her. Guess he was trying to, he wanted to be the man of the jungle. He got it. Well, let's see what else. Let's take a look, see what he got. The woman told police she and Milton had driven to the nightclub and got into an argument that turned the physical outside of the nightclub, where Milton punched her in the face several times and then bit her ear off. Oh, boy. You bit her ear off. Oh, that could be a big problem. Oh. Big problem for you and her. Mostly her, because she can't hear you now, and she's one-eared Betty. You get her a pack of hearing aids, you're going to have to chuck one away in the trash right in front of her and be like, hey, you don't need both, you just need one, because silly old me got in a fist fight and buffed your fucking face into the cement. And then I was a little hungry. I forgot to eat some tacos because I was so fucked up on cocaine and drugs. I didn't want any food, so your ear looked the most tempting thing for that. For me, I like to bite people through their fucking skin and watch it bleed. That's the hot sauce. Gotta have a little bit of hot sauce with whatever the fuck I'm eating off your body, or wolfing it down like a fucking gargoyle or a bear or a tiger or a lion. Maybe I'll put you in Wizard of Oz, yeah. have the witch figure you out. Maybe she could take some of your gold teeth out and fucking kick you back down to the Avenue Bar and Grill where the hell you came from, and then hopefully slap another new ear on the fucking broad over here, Mrs. Milton, whatever the hell her name is. Oh boy. No, her name's... What is her name? Did they even say what it is? They just call her a woman. She probably didn't want to be identified, which I don't blame you. I'm calling you one-eared Betty. So, sometime during the incident, the woman said that Milton took her car keys and threw them, probably because you were wasted the fuck at the Avenue Bar and Grill. So he chucked them into the creek. If you chucked them into the river, maybe those two kids can find the fuck car keys and haul away from the grandmother who threw them into the fucking river, the frozen river bed. But I guess the two had been separated by club security and bystanders during the incident. The woman eventually got a ride back to her home, arriving at 4 a.m. Oh, great, a witching hour. That's the time that all the demons come out and go into your skull liner there, into your brain, through your ears. In your case, just one of them, so it'll get locked in your fucking head because it has no exit ear on the other side. Great. That's no good. Oh, boy. Eventually, Milton arrived. Oh, back at home. And the woman had locked herself in the bathroom, calling the police. So one-eared Betty, what are you doing? What do you think the police are going to come in here with a steel pole and bash the fucking door in and take Milton in handcuffs? You're hoping if the officers and the Milton don't gangbang in the fucking bathroom and rip your other ear off, you'll be talking deaf. You'll be having to read Braille real quick. You'll have to fucking point to Braille in the courtroom, tell them that the officers and Milton are all beating you to fuck. No one's gonna believe you because the court system's rigged to hell. When police arrived, she had bandaged her left ear with gauze, which officers said was bleeding. Of course they said it was bleeding because they're the ones that did it. And the medical officials later confirmed part of her ear was bitten off. Know this. Her ear was bitten right the fuck off. Milton, who told police that while they were at the nightclub, she saw him hugging another woman, causing the initial argument. Oh boy, yeah, well, that's no surprise to me. He probably has, for each gold tooth that he has, well, there's a woman for it. So, it looks like he probably has, 16 different women sucking on each limb of his body. Which, I don't know, he looks pretty happy, I guess. But it could just because he has gold teeth. Maybe I'll have to interview him. Yeah, see how much he... loves his old shiny gold teeth. I guess that is going to cause an argument for you. You got a fucking broad. She's probably, I don't know how old she is. They don't say a goddamn thing about her. They don't even say her name. They just call her a woman. And that she has no ear. So that's good. She really doesn't want to be identified. Maybe she could just frolic out, run past Avenue Bar down to a different avenue, eluding, hopefully away from fucking Milton, who will bite off the other ear at some point. But maybe he'll just be better off hugging this other broad. Oh boy, why the hell would you deal with one-eared Betty? What's going on? Is he gonna get in trouble? Oh boy, did he get in trouble. Oh, here we go. The The woman was taken to the local hospital. All right, so she was taken to the hospital, and Milton had his head clubbed in with a fucking 9-iron pipe. Actually, it was a golf club that the officer had in the police cruiser because he forgot his steel pipe. And he is a golf champion, so, you know, he figured he'd just use that, and the sergeant wouldn't really mind a fuck. I guess he was booked at the detention center where he was charged with aggravated battery. Yeah. Is that it, though? I mean, her ear's off. Maybe he didn't hear what the charges were, right? Maybe he needs the hearing aids. Oh, boy. All right, well, there's a lot of weird shit that goes on in Georgia. Yeah, just keep me out of it. The only thing I want is a glass of orange juice from kids, even though that is a couple hours away. I'll just fresh press juice to shit myself. I do that every fucking Monday anyway, so just don't show up at my work because your gold teeth will probably deflect the sun, and I'll probably grind my arm down to a fucking nub. I'll have to give you some nub juice if I don't pass out and I get to you with the fucking walker, if I don't slip on a fucking apple rind. I mean, next. Mother of 6-year-old Virginia student charged after child brings a handgun to school. Oh, not again. Police in Norfolk, Virginia have charged the mother of a 6-year-old after the child brought a handgun to school. Hey kids, you got everything? You got your lunch packed? You got your little teddy bear for show and tell? He says, yes, Mommy, I have everything I need. I have my apple snack pack, my loaded fucking pistol, and I also have my peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a fucking juice box. She says, okay, honey, it's gonna be a good day. He says, oh, yes, I know. 'Cause the 6-year-old is bringing a 6 automatic millimeter fucking round pistol to the school. I don't even know the names of the guns, but you can better believe that they'll be called that. They'll be called something. This is at least the 4th incident of a 6-year-old bringing a gun to school this year. It's probably because the parents have fucking dinner meetings and the kids want to hear about something else. Scrubby Bubby, the fucking teddy bear, or the Hot Toddy, the milk clown. They want to hear something like that, or a fucking Hey Arnold TV show. Instead, Mommy and Daddy are brainwashed by the fucking Fox News programs or whatever the hell. They're all fucked. Fox is the one that comes up the most. Oh boy, they're bad. They say, hey, you gotta have guns. You gotta have a fucking automatic pistol underneath your bed in every room, in the dryer. Put it on high frappe for fucking 95 minutes. It'll blow a hole through the back of your dryer, and then your kids will be scared to death. Make them feel like they're in a fucking army camp, and that's why they are bringing a fucking gun to school, so they can protect themselves, because their home's nothing but a fucking war zone. Oh, God. Goddamn father drives a fucking tank around, works on construction, or is a police officer. Police said around 3:30 Thursday, officers responded to the Little Creek Elementary School following a report of a student having a weapon. A 6-year-old. Hey, what do you got there, Charlie? Back the fuck up. Give me my Teddy Grahams back, or I'm gonna blow a hole through your stomach. Then you can have your teacher that you like, that you're cheating on fucking Miss Cinderella with, all laugh at your dying ass. Yeah. These kids are tough these days. You gotta be careful. These 6-year-olds mean business once again. Bringing a loaded handgun to school. This is always going to be a problem, and the younger it goes, the weirder it gets. 6 years old. You're going to have a fucking fetus coming out of a fucking woman's hoo-ha with a fucking loaded pistol. It'll blow the pain right out of her, huh? Jesus. The child's mother, Letty. Never heard of that name, Letty. M. Lopez of Norfolk has been charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor and allowing access to a loaded firearm by children. Police said Lopez was released on a criminal summons. Oh yeah? We're gonna summon you back to court with an automatic newsletter. We'll tell you when the fuck you're coming back here, and if you don't listen, we're gonna maul your head in with a fucking one of their police preacher fucking dogs. I'll rip your jaw out. I've seen it. It's just the visuals are uncanny to say the least. Norfolk Public Schools spokeswoman Michelle Washington, not related to George Washington, hopefully, told CNN that the police arrived at the school after students had been dismissed for the day. Hey, Mommy, I got out of school early. Oh, really? What happened? Charlie brought an automatic pistol to school. So the mother drops a fucking lasagna piping hot plot pot on the fucking ground, and it shatters into a million pieces and cuts her throat, and she dies on the spot just because she's so shocked that a 6-year-old could have the audacity to bring in a fucking loaded pistol to a fucking elementary school. Yeah, I don't know what the hell to tell you. I'm out of ideas. I don't really think anyone else is going to do anything about it. You can't go through everyone's home and take out all the guns or tell them what's right from wrong. No one's going to listen. We're way past that anyway. You can have a fucking upgraded school security cameras. It's not going to do much. It's gonna spot the guy that's trying to maul into the fucking school. Oh my. I bet you the next one will be 4 years old. The next clown that comes in there, I shouldn't even call him. He's just a little kid. Oh boy. 4, 5, 6 years old with a fucking loaded handgun. You got a problem. Definitely need to take a look at the problems. I don't know what to tell you. This is out of my element. I guess on Wednesday, a 58-year-old man was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor after an unloaded gun was found inside the 6-year-old's backpack at North Carolina school the day before. It happened earlier in the week. And also this week, a Philadelphia area woman was arrested after authorities said her 6-year-old son was caught with a gun on school property. A Virginia teacher was shot and injured by her 6-year-old student. Hey kids, we're going to learn about guns, because I guess you have to bring it up now at an earlier age, because as soon as they see a gun, it's like a little dog toy for a little doggy woggy to fucking rip out of the fucking, his owner's hand. So the kid, he thinks the gun's his, so he's going to throw it in his backpack with his PB&J, his little apple juice box, and haul over to the fucking school, and for show and tell, there'll be no tell. He's just going to show them and then blow a hole through all the students, and then he'll have to tell the police officers what happened if he's still alive. Great. Now we got 6-year-old, quote, criminals, unquote, over here. This world is blown the fuck. I think people had these problems back in the old days. No. Even before we had guns, we had just sharp objects. Go in there, 6-year-old, what do you have there? A fucking horse blade. Just slice the fucking teacher's arm off because you didn't get a set of potatoes for breakfast. All right. Well, gonna have to definitely do some mental health evaluation or whatever. If 6-year-olds having guns in the school, there's definitely a problem. And I don't know what to tell you kids. It's entertaining for everybody because it's so ridiculous. Why the fuck are they? They should be bringing toys, a backpack full of toys and candy and chocolates. Not of weapons. And that's how you know when we should maybe stop having kids for a little while until we get things maybe back on track on the current planet. Oh boy, I don't want to bring any more kids in here. Yeah, no more kids. No more kids to the planet Earth. Oh boy. Alright. Next. I just wanted to scare him. Chinese father who accidentally stabbed son to death with a Japanese samurai sword in study argument gets 12 years jail time. What the fuck? You just wanted to scare your son, huh? Here, you could scare him with words. You could scare him with hand puppets. You could scare him with gestures and faces and everything else. Oh boy. But you decided to take out your only samurai sword. Yeah. What the fuck happened? To happen, Yang Zhongming. He used a Japanese samurai sword to jab his 13-year-old son. Do the dishes. Pop, pop. Do the dishes. Do them later. Do them now. And then he got too close to his abdominal cavity and ended up poking a hole through his stomach. And then who later died in the hospital after losing too much blood. Yeah, that sounds about right. The attack happened after Yang was told about his son's poor academic performance in an online meeting with a teacher. Oh, God. Yeah, see it. More school violence related to school violence. If you do bad academically, not only do you get tagged in the school and by the teachers and everything like that, but, you know, your father comes at you with a fucking samurai sword and tries to poke a hole through you with a fucking rusty samurai sword. I bet it was rusty. If he had it hanging on a hook in his fucking medicine cabinet. That's the only medicine he takes. He doesn't take no Advil, no Prozac, nothing else, no Viagra. Instead, he just takes the sword off the shelf, and that's all his medicine and one big power ball to hell. And then it came back to haunt him. Single father in southwestern China, sentenced to 12 years of jail for accidentally stabbing his teenage son to death after attempting to motivate the boy to study harder went wrong. Study your math. No. Sit on the toilet and study your math problems. No. That's when he collapsed on the floor. That's what happens when you stab your teenage son to death. If you try it or if you don't try it. To me, if you bring out a samurai sword, you're I don't know, over 50% trying to stab him. You're picking it up. You know you have the intent to do it, and you know you could accidentally do it with your anger problems are through the roof, obviously. And motivating the son with a sword is definitely not going to work. Where the hell did you take your fucking fathering parent lessons? Can't even imagine what the fuck your father's like. Jesus Christ. I guess they found that Yang Zhongming used the Japanese samurai sword to jab his 13-year-old son, who was immediately sent to a hospital but died after losing too much blood. Oh, just too much blood, yeah. Couldn't bandage him up, could you, Dad? Couldn't help him, couldn't take him to the nurse. You called the fucking hospital hotline, and then you waited there, watched him bleed out on the fucking rug. You're probably complaining about the rug. You're bleeding over the rug, you're getting bad. bad grades, and you got a hole in your fucking chest now. You're a waste. I'm such a disappointment. You're a disappointment, and you're disappointing me. And fucking EMST comes up there and hauls him out, and he's still swinging the sword around to get some more practice. And the attack happened after Yang had an online meeting with his son's teacher on At the meeting, Yang was told that his son's performance at school was poor. Yang claimed that his son had low academic scores and received a mark out of 18 out of 100 on a physical education test. After the meeting, Yang confronted his son, accusing him of being too lazy and not studying hard. So, since you're so lazy, here, let's see you run around the house while I swing my fucking extra sharp samurai sword to you. Now, you're not lazy, huh? Why don't you study the blade, see how sharp it is when it's cutting your throat in half. Cutting a hole through your stomach and rip your heart out, throw it on the fucking kitchen counter and say, I'm not making you no more dinner tonight, because you're going to be dead by morning. You'll get no breakfast either unless I toss it on your fucking gravesite. Throw some maple syrup and some powdered sugar on top, just to show you I'm not skimping on the happiness of your death. And then I can finally move on and then hang the samurai sword back in its place and step forward to the whole stab thing. According to Yang, his son replied, "You always blame me for not being diligent, but I have already studied hard enough." Yang told the court in response, "I became so furious that I picked up my Japanese samurai sword and stepped forward to stab him." You told the court that? Yeah, you're guilty as fuck. The boy's waist was cut. That's what I said, his fucking whole abdominal cavity there, leaving a 10-inch wound. That's a fucking 3 white guys' dicks put together, 1 black guy's dick just put there, and that's a big cut. Yang said, immediately called the ambulance, which arrived 10 minutes later. The boy was sent to the nearby hospital, however, despite 2 hours of emergency surgery. Doctors declared the boy is dead. I just wanted to scare him, Yang told the police afterwards like a little bitch. I did the worst thing out of the best motivation. The best motivation. That's the worst. You did the worst thing out of the worst motivation. Using a weapon to harm your son, which you did. You fucking murdered him. And it looks like the cop holding the fucking samurai sword with 2 hands. He looks scared to fuck from it, which I don't blame him, because he's got the boy's ghost probably going into his soul right now off the sword. And it is bent it is an actual samurai sword. I'll give him that. That's a badass sword, but it's a Hall of Famer. You gotta hang it up in a case. You don't be swinging that around your family. Well, boy, if you wanted to give the boy any advice or encouragement, why don't you send him over to the fucking other school where the 6-year-old has the gun, and why don't you have him knock the fucking gun out of his little tiny fingers there for show and tell before he blows a hole through the fucking teacher and the students. Oh boy, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, yeah. But you didn't. It's just nothing but horror articles over here. He said he bought the sword from an online store. He's interested in collecting samurai blades. Oh good, he has more than 1. Yang and the boy's mother divorced several years ago, and he had cheated on her. He remains single. He remains single after the divorce, and he lived alone with his son, of whom he had expectations, Yang told the court. Forensic examinations found the boy had other older injuries, revealing that he had been beaten multiple times before his death. And they're just finding this out now, of course. It's too late now. The case has attracted widespread criticism of the father on the mainland. Using a Japanese samurai sword to scare a child. There's something wrong with this guy's mind, said the one person on Weibo. Yeah, I'm with that guy. And that's the end of the fucking article. Yeah, there's something wrong with him. Using a samurai sword to scare, a child. If anything, if you're gonna use a samurai sword, you should show him how to use it. To protect him from people like you. Yeah. But unfortunately, the father's fucked in the head, and there's no way that the child was going to survive what you did. And unfortunately, there's a lot of cases like this. Well, not with a samurai sword, but with other weapons. So I don't know what the hell you tell you. Everyone's just out of their fucking mind. Everyone just needs to calm down a little bit. The Earth, it's spinning slowly, and it's spinning so slow that it's going too fast, really. And then, you have all these articles, and they blow past you like a fucking... You heat up a piece of toast, it's burnt, and then you got to scrape it off. That's all the news articles. You just scrape them into the trash, and you forget about it. You take it out in next week's trash, and then you'll never think about it again. Kind of like in probably 2 weeks, we'll forget about this whole samurai incident, and then the 6-year-old fucking... little kid with the loaded pistol, fucking Magnum PI. Maybe he's playing Resident Evil 2 in an early age. I know I started when I was pretty young, but not 6. Jesus Christ. Alright, kids, I think I'm hauling the hell out of here. I had a hell of a day. A hell of a time reading this to you kids. Hope you had a nice time. You have any articles, any advice that you want from me, write in at paulrizzuo@gmail.com. Remember to like and subscribe, comment to the fucking channel, follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, all that shit. And also see me on the stage there. I'm doing a couple of the open mics. Got to get around the town. I got to get my Bonneville back in action on the road. And then I'll be on the road to perform in front of you kids. I'll talk to you guys a little later. Just get the... I gotta go pump up the fucking bike tire. $80 for a fucking tube. What the hell? Just get the keys. You're driving. I can't drive. I gotta pump up the tire. I don't know how to change the back tube of a fucking tire. Lost the charger last week. Right.